So we've had the idea to create an immersive processor right from when I started. Everyone kind of has a different expectation of what immersive means. The step for us was to kind of start with our speakers and see how we could make the algorithms fit what we already have in place. But the main goal is to have it accessible so that the workflow enables you to deliver in time and deliver great results consistently.
The good thing about having the hands-on immersive is that we can make things in the way we want to do it, not only in terms of sound quality, but in terms of functionality, in terms of workflow. We have Linus Control, which is the software to control the electronics. We have System Optimizer, we have Space Hub. This is all software-based, and we connect them together to get a smooth workflow.
So what Linus already does is makes a flat phase response with all of our speakers, and this is already the perfect basis for what we want to do with the Space Hub. So we didn't need to incorporate decorrelation algorithms or anything else that destroys your phase response or destroys your impulse response like other processors do. What we will do next is integrate with a System Optimizer a lot deeper so that you can go effortlessly from simulation to application and immersive mixing live.
Don't understand me wrong, this is the most difficult way to create everything. We tried in the past to use existing things. It never worked. It was always a compromise, and we try to live with, but we cannot live with this compromise. So at the end, because it never worked, we make it ourselves to work the way we want.
Space Hub is just part of the system. Unless you got it right at the fundamentals, at the beginning, it's not going to be right all the way through. So we're looking at speakers. If you think of the other side of it from an engineer point of view, if he hasn't got the right microphone in the right place, he's not got the right thing going into the console. So the fact that your mixing console might have a fantastic mic preamp, it doesn't matter if the microphone's in the wrong place or even the wrong microphone. We're now at the other end of the chain. We're trying to reproduce what's there, but you've got some fundamental errors and problems within the technology that existed. So how do you do that? You look at it and you readdress it. So rather than take something from the shelf, you re-engineer, redesign, rethink the way things should work.
We are still learning a lot of things. One interesting point, for example, is the reverb engine. What we learned when we tried it ourselves is when you have a stereo reverb, you're kind of always pushing things away from you as you add reverb. But with immersive, and especially our reverb engine, once you add reverb to an object and it works around you from all speakers, you're kind of pulling the object into the room, and the difference is really impressive because on a stereo system, it's like you're listening to a sound source in another room through a keyhole, and with immersive, you're in the mix. And those are the kind of things that you really only find out once you try it.
It's a motivation for us as well, to give the artist this possibility and to give the listener this enjoyment what it provides to listen to that. But the way to get there, it's a long way. It doesn't happen just you create a processor and it makes some pannings or some reverbs or some other things. It works, but then you are nothing special. To be special is the only reason for Coda to make something. At the moment, Space Hub is really great tool for theater, for musicals. Those applications, you create your content live. Artists who make this performance, they want to sell their records, they want to spread their music to more people than in the concert hall. I see the evolution in immersive audio more in that directions, that everything becomes compatible at the same time at high resolution.
Being entertained, if you like, is a totally different experience. Immersive is just the next step, but what is after immersive? How immersive? How immersive can you make it? Innovators are what change. You wouldn't think for one moment you could do what you could do 20 years ago even on a phone today. Some of those things didn't exist. If somebody didn't innovate that, you wouldn't have that ability. You wouldn't need that ability. And if you don't become the innovator, that never changes.